Hi everyone, Nate here. Just wanted to do a quick video to show you my favorite hatchet. It's something I put a lot of thought into before I purchased, and I figure maybe my view on it will help others decide what kind of hatchet to purchase. When I first got this, I was looking for something that I could put in a backpack or in the truck and carry when I go out bushcrafting or just going fishing, and you want to maybe cut some rod holders or something like that, or just remove some brush around the bank or something, and it would even serve as a weapon. That's something that it could be used for. But before I bought this, I put a lot of thought into the Wetterlings, Gransford Brooks. I don't know exactly how you say that, but Gransford Brooks. The Husqvarna, I think, is using the Wetterlings axe heads now, and Council tools. I didn't look at them too good, but they got good reviews and everything. They're just really expensive. And I had, well, I come from a construction background and have been using Estwing hammers all my life. We always call them Estwing, but it is Estwing. But anyway, some of the best hammers I've ever used. And when I was a kid, I had the little, I think it's a 16A hatchet with the leather handle, not the tiny one that they have, but the next one up. I think it has a 16-inch handle, or 14-inch handle. And they have another one that I would like to have also that's a 12-inch handle, little tiny booger. And I'd just like to have one for carving and stuff like that. It'd be fun to have around. But this one here, I chose it as something that was a workhorse, a tool that was actually something very usable. And I'm very happy with my decision. I've looked at Gransford Brooks since and thought maybe I missed out on something, but they are supposed to be very good hatchets and axes, but I think they might harden their heads a little too much, some of them, and I hear about chipping, and that's just cutting hard, dry wood, and that's something I don't want to deal with. I want something that's, I'd rather the blade be a little bit softer. Maybe I do have to sharpen this a little more often. I'm not sure. I don't own a Gransford Brooks to be able to tell you whether or not I sharpen this more than the next guy, but it has a very sharp edge on it. You could whittle with it. I used 220 grit sandpaper to get it down to where it's at, and then went down with an Arkansas stone and put a razor edge on it. One thing this will not do that the Gransford Brooks and the others will, because of the handle. You have a steel handle and a very thin, almost straight razor type blade on this hatchet. It does not split wood. Now, I don't know why you would be out bushcrafting and need to split a 12-inch log, but some people attempt to do that with this and it will not do it. So you can split small kindling and stuff like that, get a fire going, no problem, but it is definitely not the best thing for that. So it is a chopper, and it's something that you can actually use for driving stakes. I've driven nails with it, no problem, with the pole, I guess is what you call that rear end there. It's got a flat enough surface on it. You can actually use that as a hammer very easily and drive nails with it. And that's something you would not want to do with a Gransford Brooks or Wetterlings or anything else, because when you do that, you risk spreading the axe head and loosening it up on the handle just by hitting that rear end. That's something that'll never happen with this, obviously. But it has a super sharp edge on it. I mean, it's very sharp. I haven't chipped it I have dented it. I dropped it on a rock one day and had to get that out of it. But other than that, I haven't seen any damage to it, and I've chopped green wood, dry wood, and probably a little gravel too. And you know, that's gonna happen. But another thing I like too is it's got that rubberized handle on it, like all the framing hammers have. And I have wore these off the framing hammers, but you know, I think the hammer that I done that to, I had it for about probably a good 10 or 15 years before anything happened to it, you know. So I think that you know, and that could have just been a faulty one for all I know, because I've had some since that I've had for that long and they never came loose. But it's a real nice, comfortable grip. I get my hand on it, it fills my hand up nice, and it is something you can use two-handed and really get a good swing on it. Now, if you want to take down a big tree, you can sure do it with this. And like I said, I really like being able to hit something with the rear end of it, because more than likely I'm gonna end up doing that, you know. So I don't want something that's gonna spread open on me. And you can choke up on it like that. I've even wrapped paracord around this to give it a nice little grip right there. But didn't much like that, you know. I mean, if I'm going to use it like this, it's going to be a rare occasion, you know. If you was making a feather stick or something like that, then you may choke up on it like that. But for that purpose, you know, I normally carry a knife, and I couldn't really see having this and not having my knife. So I don't know, but for what it's used for, an axe, it serves that purpose well. And I don't know if I'll ever wear it out. It's an awesome tool, and it's just long enough to, I think it's like 18.5 inches from the top. I've measured it before. It's either 18.5 or 19 inches from the top of the head to the very tip of the handle. And matter of fact, I used to have paracord through that hole, and just didn't much like that. It seemed like it was getting in the way more than it was helping, and I just took it off of there. But anyway, I can put this in my backpack in the sheath down like that, and the handle will just poke up to the zipper but won't poke out of the backpack. So I like that. It fits right in there, and it is a chopper. I'm not sure what it weighs. Seems like around 3 pounds, something like that. But I wish I knew that. But I'm not too worried about the weight, a little extra weight. And I don't know, I really like it. I'm not going to be splitting any huge logs, so not worried about that. The only thing I'll be doing with it is chopping and driving. Perfect for that. You can see that blade profile. It's just like a straight razor. And that's exactly why it doesn't split wood very well. Large pieces anyway. I mean, if you're splitting kindling, it'll do that just fine, no problem. This one's seen a lot of use, and like I said, nothing. Can't even hardly tell it was used. I wore the varnish off that they spray them with. But I really like Estwing. It's made in the U.S.A. since 1923. If you go on YouTube, you can find their factory video, and that's pretty neat. I like watching that neat video. But if you guys are in the market for a good hatchet for bushcraft or just general use, I highly recommend this one. And for the reasons I just stated, I think it's probably the best bang for your buck. This one right here was like $39, which is, what is that, 40, 80? That could be, you know, you'd pay probably 3 times that for a Gransford Brooks. So, and I've actually heard of guys carrying their Gransford Brooks in their jacket, and you know, just to keep it warm. That way it doesn't shatter in extreme cold conditions. And not something I really want to do. I want to keep my axe on the outside, and I just want it to work, that's all. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please subscribe. Thanks for watching.